What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 8 of season 4 of Where's That Bar Card? I am Nick Dury, one of your hosts. Alongside me is
Gina Phillips.
Daryl
What?
Purvis.
I remain Monty Scott.
Subdued. Gina, welcome back. It's been a while.
Thank you. Daryl was giving me some weird looks. Like I was waving at everybody, and then Daryl.
No, well, I said my name and you were about to say something. And I was like, oh, it's about time Gina was the one that screwed this up and not me.
Oh, I think I've screwed it up before. Just the intro. It's the hardest part. Yeah,
The gang's
it's good to
all
be
back. Yeah, welcome. You've been everywhere. You've been to Amsterdam and Paris, and where else have you been?
I was in Alberta again a few weeks ago, and oh yeah, that was a big family reunion that we had. That was fun, and we did play some golf at a great little mountain course. Only about 45 minutes outside of Calgary. Super fun. It's called Livingstone. Highly recommend. It was awesome.
State of your game.
Considering I haven't played much, it did get better, and then now it's okay. Like I'm not judging it. I'm like, I haven't played that much. It's been a really messed up last few months, and I'm okay with it now. Like it was hard to be real bad at the start of the season, but then I leveled out a bit, and I'm not great, but I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna do a restart next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you reclaimed any of your golf gear from the flood of 2023?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I reclaimed my bag. And that's the thing too, when I was in Alberta, like I wasn't even playing with my sticks, right? So I'm trying not to be too in my head about this golf season. And then Adidas, I mean, they're amazing. They sent me some new stuff when they found out about the flood. And I've been like wearing Adidas nonstop. And I'm not saying this as like some sort of ad. I'm just saying they're nice people.
No, no, you're not, because it's pretty obvious Adidas doesn't listen to the rest of us, so they don't watch this at all.
Yeah, there's 3 people on here getting shit from Adidas.
Through all the tough times in my life, I've looked to Adidas, and I only saw one set of footprints, and it was my own.
In fact, it's always a one-way transaction, in that I'm paying for anything Adidas.
And look, I mostly wear Adidas golf shirts, and
Do you?
they're ones I've bought. Yeah. I do enjoy them.
I know.
But I mean,
I only wear Adidas shoes, to be totally honest with you. And somebody gave me a pair of Reeboks, and I slapped them in the face with it.
Oh. That's what you got to do.
Borderline kick. Is it a kick if you put a shoe on your hand?
But just to be clear, if someone from Adidas gives you anything, you're not going to slap them, right? Just to be clear.
No. I'll hug them. Open arms. Those are open arms.
That's the only way to hug.
Monty, promise me if I set you up with someone from Adidas, you're not going to slap them.
I couldn't promise harder. I don't see. Even if they slap me, I would be like, I'd still be open arms just for the hug. I'd be like, okay, that's a free one. That's no problem.
What a great pitch for us to get Adidas on as a sponsor. We won't slap you.
Absolutely no chance. Zero chance. Even if slapped, no response. I will. Much like Jesus, I will turn the other cheek. How many cheeks I got? You got.
4.
We're born with 4 cheeks. Slap all of them if you want.
So Gina, nothing's changed. You haven't missed much. It's about the same.
Yeah. What? You're telling me?
No, I'm just saying the state of the podcast. Like you haven't missed anything. It's all the exact same. We haven't evolved.
Well, Monty got out of his robe, so that's a start.
Yeah. I'm getting.
I missed the robe era.
It was a short era. It was a couple episodes, but the robe. I can see the robe right now.
I could picture you in a nice Adidas robe for sure.
Oh, I could. You know what? I could hug that much harder in an Adidas robe.
I would say softer. You could hug a lot softer in an Adidas robe.
Firmer, softer.
It is funny because I've been separated from my stuff because of that damn flood, and they like sent me like golf shoes and really amazing like a golf dress, and I'm like, this is so awesome, and I'm so pumped to have it, but I'm like, I need a robe. Like I actually that is what I need.
You do still need a robe though. No, no.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when Monty gets his new Adidas robe, he might be able to give you his old robe.
Yeah, I'll have
Hand me down Monty robe.
Yeah, I'll have a surplus of robes.
Why are there sticks in the pocket?
Uh, here's my stick thing.
Is that from the wedding?
No, it's from the corner of my beside my couch.
It's adorable.
Yeah, we've had it there for a while, but it's just a stick with some pink stuff on it.
Right.
I consider a lot of things sticks. Not everybody could consider sticks, but I mean, essentially, it's a stick.
Technically, it is a stick. You're
Yeah.
not totally wrong. It has a stick on it.
Yeah, it's a vinyl stick.
Mm, mm.
Did anyone watch the Ryder Cup? I didn't really see much of it.
I missed it.
I watched it on my phone,
Okay.
which made it very difficult.
Yeah, that counts, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was in a bad hotel. The TV was broken. I actually had to go to them to ask them how to lock my door because my door wouldn't lock. And I was like, I don't need to go back and ask about the TV. I've already been a problem.
That sounds like the worst hotel ever. No locks, no TVs. TV doesn't work.
Oh my God. I'm not going to say what comedy club I was at, but they forgot to book me a hotel.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
So-
Yikes.
and then there were a bunch of events going on that weekend. So everything was crazy expensive. So they booked me 20 minutes out of town, which was fine.
Damn.
Because I mean, it is. I mean, what am I going to do during the day other than lie in bed and watch TV, which I couldn't do. But
No TV. Yeah, that's a tough one.
but my door eventually locked, which was really nice.
It seems to me
Huh?
TV's barely above a bed for qualities in a hotel room.
Yeah. I remember once do they still put what they offer on the signs outside of like motels and stuff?
I think really old
Yeah.
ones do.
Because I remember
Yeah.
once I saw one that said phone. And I was like,
Talking the bare minimum. Oh.
mine would have said locks on most doors.
Lock. Door and lock.
Beds.
The only reason I brought up the Ryder Cup, I didn't see much of it either, but I don't know if you did, Monty, but there was almost fighting at the Ryder Cup. There was almost fist fights. Did you see that?
No, I missed I missed the fighting. What was going on?
Oh, high drama.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy.
So I gather Patrick Cantlay wasn't wearing a hat in protest of not being paid to play in the Ryder Cup.
no, I think it was in protest of not being paid to wear the hat.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I don't know who was the sponsor on the hat, but it wasn't
I
who
see.
sponsors him.
So
So
he
I
refused
think
to wear
this
the
is how
hat.
I understood it, but I was
Oh.
watching on my phone, so that
Sure.
there was a
yeah.
lot going on. I was constantly watching the door, waiting for someone to walk in.
Sure.
There's a lot going on, but I think that's what the deal was. So he didn't wear a hat, and then the crowd was mocking him. But
Like
I
they
don't
were
think-
taking their hats off and shaking it at him, taunting him,
Yeah.
basically.
yeah,
I like the sounds volatile.
Well,
yeah,
I'm a little out of the loop, but like I don't know the exact context. But if this guy gets paid to wear and is sponsored by a different brand, and then this other hat he's been told to wear, he's like, I'm not going to
Yeah.
screw up this good thing I have going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's why
It's
I
like
only
that
wear
whole thing with-
Adidas hats. Only Adidas
Yeah.
hats is what I wear. That's
That's
it.
only Adidas. Never Reebok, or you'll get slapped by Monty.
Shoes on my hand.
So I guess what happened is he made a putt like to win his match or something. He made a big putt
He made it
towards the end.
He was down 2 with 3 to go,
Right.
and he against Rory,
Oh yes, right.
and I can't remember who Rory's partner was, but then he literally wins 16 on his own, wins 17 on his own. So now the
Yeah.
match is tied going to 18, and then he sinks a big putt to potentially win the 18th hole, but
Yeah.
Rory still has a putt inside of Cantlay's to tie, and then Cantlay's caddy just loses his brain.
Yeah.
And he literally starts screaming at Rory and shaking his hat in front of Rory as Rory's trying to line up his putt, and everything went nuts.
And standing in Rory's line.
Standing
doing
in
all
Rory's
this, by the
line.
way.
Yeah.
So he's standing in Rory's line. He's shaking his hat at the fans. He's shaking his hat at Rory. He's like telling everyone to fuck off. And this is not some random caddy. This is Joe LaCava, who caddies for Tiger and was a longtime caddy of Fred Couples, like for like 20 years. So this is
Yeah.
not like some new young hothead kind of guy. This
Yeah.
is like the guy who's been around. And Rory kind of tells him, "Hey, can you get out of my line?" And they start exchanging words like on the green. And you're sort of like, whoa, this could escalate like really, really quickly.
Really
This is like
quickly,
messed up.
Yeah.
Something like that doesn't just happen. Like there must have
Yeah.
been there must be back and forth that we don't know about, like
Yeah.
drama that has been built up.
Right. And that's not
Maybe.
even on the last day. This is like the second last day, right? So
That
it's
is
like
wild.
it's not like the Ryder Cup is on the line with this putt for Rory or whatever, but it just the lack of etiquette from LaCava was just like shocking. And then it escalated. Then there's like screaming matches between players and caddies in the parking lot. Like Rory had to be
Mhm.
restrained because he was screaming at other caddies, and it was wild. So Monty, I thought you'd be all over it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought
well, one thing I'll say, he was the caddy of Freddie Couples, and everyone's known that once Freddie Couples starts getting taking shots, look out. He starts playing the knife game. Freddie Couples will put on a green jacket and jump into a crowd, just start throwing punches. So Freddie Couples and Kiefer Sutherland hang out, and those guys, I saw them both tackle a Christmas tree drunk. So don't think that
Oh,
Freddie
you
Couples...
saw it. You were privy to
I
this.
was there. I was there. I was the fourth to that party of tackling Christmas trees.
Monty's just trying to grab sticks off the Christmas tree,
yeah,
minding his own business.
that legendary buddy cop movie, Kiefer and Couples.
Couples will chip one right off your dome, right in the back of your head. And your head will go into the soup. He's like an assassin. That is the wildest thing I've ever heard. Like, what do you call it? Rory yelling at other caddies. Did he just had enough of caddies now?
I guess he just had his fill of caddies. I don't know.
I love the idea that I taunting a guy and standing in his line. Isn't that illegal?
Well, it's completely against the rules and all the etiquette rules that exist.
What
That's
about
insane.
if you're in the midst of your putt and I throw my hat into the like through your line of vision? Is that illegal?
I don't know if you're going to jail. I don't know if there's bylaws, Monty, but it's not. It's probably not welcomed.
Well, I'm just saying because this opens up a whole new avenue for me to have a chance to maybe be a professional golfer. Because it was like, are you allowed mirrors? Are you allowed mirrors in people's eyes? Can I focus the sun's energy into somebody's eye? Perhaps
this could be open up some doors for Liv.
Yes,
They really bring the caddies into this.
It'll be like wrestling. Oh, look out!
Every team, like it should be like wrestling. They should all have their own manager.
They got a manager and a caddy. I'm like, oh my god!
Like Bobby the Brain Heenan just shows up managing the golf team.
They threw sand in Rory's face. I'm like, nobody saw it. The ref wasn't looking. The caddy rolls out of the sand pit.
Patrick Cantlays distracting the referee while the caddy just attacks Rory.
Rory's face down in the sand pit. Oh my god, what happened? We don't know. Nobody knows what happened.
Referee's just like, what? Referee's just pulling that old. What happened? I don't get it.
In this new sport, it's now known as a sand pit too, which is great.
Pit golf.
Yeah, I instinctively changed it to sand pit. This is the first game. This is the first game of golf where 3 people have had ladders.
Why is there a cage around the 18th green? I don't get it.
There's way more tassels and ladders in this.
But it does beg the question. I mean, one of the questions that we ask whenever we have a guest on is what's the angriest you've ever seen someone on the golf course? But the first thing I thought of, Monty, honestly, when I was watching this unfold in the Ryder Cup was, how close have you ever been to fisticuffs on a golf course? Has it ever happened? Has it ever come anywhere near close?
Yeah, well, one time, I don't know, I really took it the wrong way. Somebody did something And it was kind of an associate of mine in some manner or another, but not a friend.
An associate sounds like his manager.
Yes. And I
It
started
was the other
chasing
half
him.
of Demolition. Yeah, that's who it was.
At one point I was chasing them and I was rear-ended their cart and I was yelling at them and they were trying to get away. It was a chase of a kind.
So they were the aggressors.
Well, I guess I was the aggressor. I don't know what the guy did, but I really took offense to it.
Wow.
I got all fired up. But there was no fisticuffs. Eventually, I guess we came to terms with we pulled it together.
So a golf cart is your weapon of choice.
Oh, it was, well, in that case, I was trying to do the cop move where you spin them out and then I could get a hold of them. You know? I was that because it was a full-on golf chase had broken out
At 10 miles an hour.
yeah.
In a very confined space.
Yeah. It's like that Austin Powers scene.
Yeah, because you can't go off the cart path or else the cart will stop
No,
working.
they told us the 90-degree rule, so he was stuck. We were both stuck.
And then they both have to wait.
They have to back up.
They have to back up. Beep,
Yeah.
Monty gets out, hits a shot, and then they go back to chasing.
Chase is back on. I'm trying to spin him out. Trying to throw him in the creek.
He was still adhering to the 90-degree rule. That's amazing.
We're not animals. I am trying to fight this guy for some reason.
Gina, I assume you've never come close to being in a fist fight on a golf course. Have you ever been in a fist fight in your life, Gina?
I pushed my sister once.
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't
but
count.
that's not that. Yeah, that's not. I'm trying to think. Have I been in a fist fight? I hit a guy once.
What's that story?
I'm trying. He said a really sexist comment, so I hit him.
Good for you. Wow.
Sometimes you just react, and you've had enough. But I was like pretty young. I was in high school, I think, and I knew the guy too. And then everyone was like, "Oh!" Like everyone freaked out. And I pushed a guy at a bar once who also sexist comment.
Yeah.
So really just misogyny really gets me going.
Yeah. Well,
fired up.
And we all know misogyny never happens on a golf course. So
No, I have a story for you guys. Okay, I'm at Brampton Golf Club. I actually went. This is the last time I played. It was here in Ontario, and it was for a media day, which was great. I got to see like some of my old score golf people and the people that work at Golf Canada. It was super fun. Anyway, so this is my most recent misogyny on the golf course story. So this guy watches me hit, and yeah, I'm not gonna name any names, but anyway, there's a guy who passes and he sees me hit and he goes, "Wow, I'm actually surprised."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I said, "What?" And he said, "Well, you were standing pretty far from the ball, but that worked out. I'm actually very surprised." Yeah. So good job.
Wow.
And I was like, I said, oh no, he said, yeah, he said, it's just that your stance was quite wide and you were far away from the ball. And I was like, yeah, but it worked. I said, I guess I just like to stand that way. And he said, yeah. It's just interesting because I really didn't think it would go well.
Jesus Christ.
I might argue that's just pure condescension, but I guess that's tied to misogyny in that.
Yeah. It's like, sometimes that condescension just gets turned to women because I think it would feel so bold to do that to another guy. But for whatever reason, it's like.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. He wouldn't have been talking that shit,
Right?
No, because he would get punched if a dude. That's when someone would be punched for sure.
And it's the kind of thing where like he didn't think what he said was at all like bad or offensive or anything because it's truly just a thought he had in his head. And then he went, "This young woman can get my advice or will want to hear what I have to say." So I think it doesn't come from an evil place. It's just an assumption that women on the golf course want tips, need tips, would like to hear opinions from male golfers.
It's insane
I don't
that you hit a good
opinions.
shot. Like that's insane that you hit a good shot and he had to say something anyways. That's just bonkers.
It's like it went well. So why are you coming here to tell me that you're surprised that it went
Right.
well? Like, did I hit well? That's the weirdest thing, because it's like, okay, so I'm okay at golf, but you need to tell me that you assumed that I wasn't.
Yeah.
Very
It's
weird.
particularly it's actually particularly counterproductive because like if you're feeling comfortable kind of where you're standing that day, no need to mention it. You know, like
Right.
how far away you're standing or what your stance is or whatever. If it's working,
If it's working, it's working, right? Like,
yeah,
sometimes
Right.
you do look at someone and they stand up to the ball and you're like, oh, that's a
Yeah.
interesting
Yeah.
approach, but you don't have to like say it out loud, because if it works, fucking great. Who like
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Do you imagine every time Jim Furyk hit a shot, someone's like, wow,
like,
wow.
right? I'm shocked. I'm shocked. You're actually okay. And he hadn't been watching me play golf. We weren't playing together. He didn't know me at
Right.
all. He
oh, so
really
that is yeah.
he just stopped.
I think
to
we should.
say,
I think we should out him, Gina. I think this is the platform. Let's burn some bridges.
Unless he works for Adidas.
Unless he
Yeah.
works for
Yeah.
Adidas, exactly.
Was it Jim Furyk?
it was Jim Furyk. Yep.
Yeah, you come up to Jim Furyk and be like, I thought you had a stroke mid swing, and then you're okay. I can't believe it. No, that's you know what?
Wow.
Although in fairness, Gina, I will say sometimes I'll say that to people, not meaning it in a way, not meaning it in any way other than an observation, to be like, what I just or maybe I'll talk to them eventually if I'm playing with them. It's like it seems like you put the ball really far back in your stance. It's
Right.
for me that would
Oh,
be
totally.
fucked,
If you're playing with someone, if there's like a dialogue already about that kind of thing,
Right.
like
Right.
I really don't care about getting. I like getting tips from people. I truly do. So I know that can be confusing, because some women are like, please, like, tell me more about this game. But I think the assumption from a stranger that, like, because you're a woman, you should be told something.
Right.
Well, coming
It's
Right.
coming out
very
of nowhere is crazy.
coming
If
out of
you're not
nowhere.
playing with the person, you're like, excuse me, I didn't think it
No.
was going to go well because you were so fucked up in your stance, but
Yeah.
glad to see it went well later.
Kudos.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, like, even just like, great hit, like, that would have been awesome, but like, great hit. So here's what I thought. When I looked at you, and I thought immediately that you wouldn't be able to hit the ball. Like, that's what I heard,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
as someone who like has put up with that kind of behavior a lot.
No,
Yeah.
that's nutty though. I mean,
Yeah.
even if I'm saying it to somebody, I'm usually saying it as because I don't know what the right way to do something is. Really, I'm like, well, that seems odd. If I did that, I would be in big trouble. Is more my thought than I'm like, that's like totally. I wouldn't be able to hit the ball like that. So it's just interesting to me that you can. And
Oh,
so
Right.
the
right.
swings, you know what I mean? Like, because if I, people put it in varying spots in their stance, and I'm like, if I did that, I would be like, I'd drive my club into the ground.
Right.
So I would be coming at it more from that point of view. Like, that's where you hit it. That's
And
weird.
this is why when Monty tells a story where if for some reason he thinks he's a politician, this is he has practice at saying things like that.
Yeah.
He's either a politician or he's in court, and he starts with "Your Honor."
Please.
It's just
Yeah.
habit.
Yes.
He said "Your Honor" before everything.
Your Honor, your stance was so wide. Please.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking to restaurant managers. I'm like, Your Honor, please. I was these nachos really substandard. I beseech you, Your Honor.
Oh.
Wild. Daryl, I assume no fisticuffs on the golf course?
No, I think I told a story once where I almost got in a fight in a junior tournament, but it wasn't really a fight. I just threatened someone's life. But no, not really.
Daryl, just blow by that. You can't just blow by that.
No, I told the story. I mean, everybody who's listening has listened to every episode, probably 3, 4 times, 6 times, maybe.
Oh,
Many
yeah,
times.
the numbers back that up for sure.
But I used to get paired with this guy because we had like the exact same handicap. So I used to get into a lot of tournaments. I had to play with him. And I obviously I have a temper, but mostly my temper is gone shortly after I explode. But this guy would hit a bad shot and then he would just keep muttering to himself. But even when I was getting ready to swing, he would still be like muttering to himself.
Oh.
And it was just kept going on. And I finally like just had enough one day. I'm like, look, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna punch you in the throat or something like that. I don't know what I said, but and then he ran to his mother, and then nothing. We didn't even come. I wasn't gonna hit him, obviously, because but it was just like he just kept all you hear is you're getting ready to swing is him complaining about his last shot, and it was just I can even picture him and his name. I know his name. I even remember it. And I don't so that plus there's been times where people hit into you,
right,
and then you hit it back into them, and then it always turns angry. Like I remember one time when I first moved to Toronto, I had friends here who didn't play golf and they wanted to go golfing, so I took them golfing, and we were being good. We let people play through and stuff, but this one group would never catch up with us, I think, if I remember correctly, and then one of them hit it over my friend's head, like right over the head. So I don't even think I hit it. I think I just took their ball and I hit it into the woods, I think is what I did. And I screamed, "Go fuck yourself," or something like that to them. And then they came running up. I think that was back in, I used to have a tactic to keep out of fights where I would say, if you don't shut up, I will urinate on you right now. And I got to tell you,
that's funny.
100% of the time that worked. So, oh yeah.
So,
That
did
is
you ever have to follow through?
No.
Have you
When
ever
someone says they're
urinated on another
gonna
man?
urinate on you, I'll tell you right now, you walk away. You just. I remember literally there's one time I was when I lived in California, I was getting gas and there was only one pump, and this guy fills his car, and then he goes into the store, and this was like a store where you could buy booze. He bought a 2-4. He takes the 2-4 and he starts emptying it into a cooler in the back of his car instead of getting. I'm waiting for him at the pump, and I was with my ex, and I literally said, if you don't pull that car up, I will urinate in that cooler. And I said urinate, never say piss. Urinate means business. And the guy would just stared at me, and then he pulled his car up, and my ex was like, did you really just say that? I'm like, did it work? Did it work?
Is there an element to it where like saying the word urinate makes you laugh a little bit so it diffuses your temper?
Well, maybe, but I think when someone's saying urinate, it's a whole different level of crazy. I think it's anybody will say, I'll fucking piss on you. I mean, that's a threat. But if you just say it calmly, I will urinate in that cooler.
I think
what would you do?
I think the next time GLP gets unsolicited golf advice from a fucking asshole, just turn around and say, I will urinate on you.
And then hold up your little sheepy or whatever those things are called. You want some of this?
It's gonna go in a whole different direction. If a girl does that, I don't know. Like, I want to think that it has the same effect, but guys are so weird sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's very true.
You know, you'll get more takers for sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's the worry. That's the worry that they go great.
Yeah, I'd be like, that's an interesting way to start, but sure.
Yeah. How much you're charging? How much?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it would.
And then the awkward part is you'd have to call Adidas and say, "Look, I got rid of my Adidas sheepy. I need another one."
Where's my? Yeah, I had to piss on a guy.
It's actually what caused the flood. First place.
It was a retaliatory urination.
Forgot to empty the sheepy.
Cracking the sheepy.
Yeah, I think the core.
Your Honor.
Your Honor. Did I urinate on a man? Yes, I did.
Your Honor, the sheepy was not up to code. The sheepy was not up to code.
I was assured. There were assurances made, Your Honor.
I was assured. The sheepy was for men and women, Your Honor. I was assured.
Will insurance buy me a new sheepy? That's all.
Oh, that's a good one to put into the frequently asked questions under any insurance company.
It was my grandmother's. It's a family heirloom. I can't believe it. It's gone.
I always love when these conversations happen, and like there's 90% of me is thinking we're going too far for Gina, but then she'll come in with a line like that, and I'm like,
Look.
yep, that's why you're a co-host on this podcast.
Yeah. Look, we all knew it when that one guy said women don't enjoy sex, and Gina almost threw the computer out the window.
Yeah.
we knew Gina was different.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Gina's
that.
just different. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, my own brand.
Oh, I like
Owning
that.
brand.
What is it? Anytime you're blowing sheepies in a
Yeah.
a spiteful standoff. All about.
Nick, have you almost gotten into a fight?
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I didn't instigate it, but I don't think I told this story. This is actually when I was in New Zealand in February, and I played a round of golf. I talked about the round of golf. I was playing on my own. It was first thing in the morning in New Zealand, this awesome course. It was sort of a municipal course in a bit of a neighborhood. And playing by myself. And I think I was on the third or fourth hole. And it's like a par four. And I see a guy start walking across the fairway. And now I can't tell if there's a path. I can't tell if this is part of the community, if like whatever. So I just stood there and just waited because I don't know what's happening here. So I'm like, I'm just going to wait for this guy to walk across the fairway. So I was just sort of standing, just looking, and I had a club in my hand, that sort of pose. You're just sort of leaning on your club and on one leg kind of thing, and just standing there. And he started jawing at me and swearing at me. And he was like, "You fucking asshole, you better fucking wait, you fucking piece of shit golfer, fuck you." And I was like, I don't know what's happening now. And I'm like, I don't want to respond, but he kept, the closer he got sort of to me, the more aggressive he was getting. And I was like,
What?
I wonder if like this is like going to be a problem. Like, I don't know what's happening. And then he just kind of walked by. He never got really closer than, I'll say, 30 yards from me, but he was just staring me down and swearing at me the whole time. And I was like, I don't want to say a word because I don't want to, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if he's native and doesn't like that there's a golf course on this land. Like, I'm obviously projecting here, but it's part of the New Zealand, culture, I suppose. And so I was like, there's literally nothing for me to do. I'm a white man golfing, waiting for this guy to pass. I'm just going to be as quiet as possible. But I definitely had that fight or flight sort of like the butterflies were going. And then he just walked by and nothing happened. And that was it. But that was about probably.
You just didn't realize that's called an Auckland hello.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, a Rotorua welcome, maybe. Yeah, that was. I definitely did not hit a good tee shot because I had the butterflies were going after that. But I was like, I don't. Yeah, that was a little unnerving. And it turns out like it's not an area. I think I mentioned something to the pro after the round. I was like, hey, this happened. This was kind of weird. And he's like, oh, I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, sometimes like, people live on the golf or close to the golf course and you never really know, kind of thing. But yeah, it was a little odd.
Would it have been cool if you told the whole story to the pro and he's like, was he wearing a blue shirt? And he's like, yeah, you're like, yes. And he's like, he died 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That was Bagger Vance. Yeah.
He was the original groundskeeper.
Legend has it, he still walks that fairway.
Yeah, swearing his head off. Just can't stand it.
Well, that's a
But
great
yeah,
threatening to urinate on people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say, like, you guys with your significant others worry that your partner is going to instigate something that you then have to fault, like physically.
Definitely not mine. Monty for sure. Monty for sure.
Monty cannot move to Scarborough for fear that his wife is gonna. He's told me this recently that there's no way he can let her loose in Scarborough.
Monty owns a perfectly good house in Scarborough that he can never live in.
Well, unless we want to spend all day fighting at the giant tiger, we don't even have a couple of minutes for free. We'll be fighting all dusk till dawn. We're going to be fighting.
That's so so funny. Like there is a part, I'm so bold in confrontation. I have no problem with it, but I'm also aware that like I've had the privilege my whole life of like people probably aren't going to punch me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
probably not. But then
Plus,
for
your boyfriend is 6'8".
Yeah. No one's punching Jeff. There's no
that
way.
helps. No, to
it's
avoid
fully
that.
true.
Yeah.
At least not in the
Yeah.
face.
No.
That's a mission in and of itself. You have to hop in the hood of a car and come off it.
Yeah. They've got to like carry a stool around.
Yeah. Just for taking swings at the poor man. I'm like, don't let him bring his stool.
What does Kira say exactly that gets her into so much trouble?
She's just outspoken with people, you know, like to be like, if somebody's doing something that they shouldn't be doing, she might say, hey, you should do this or shouldn't do that, you know, something like.
She'd be like, I didn't think you hit it so well with your legs so wide apart.
Yeah, I didn't never thought you.
That's why Gina didn't want to say who it was. She didn't want to cause strife within the podcast. It was Kira the whole time.
I suddenly realized, like, oh my god, it's
coming up.
It's the where's that bar cart chief librarian.
Well, a lot of it, you know, it all stems from Scarborough's motto, "Mind your business."
Right.
So it's a really strict code of mind your business. So that really, as soon as you steer off the trail of minding your business, you really, it becomes a bumpier ride the whole way through.
And Kira's not a mind your own business kind of gal. She'll mind other people.
Not under that mantra, not at all. No, not following the mantra of that. And that's what I say, particularly probably the giant tiger, there'll be problems, but there's many other, everywhere you go, there'll be somebody doing something they shouldn't be doing.
But you guys live so close to Shoppers World, where I often say, if you want to fight, just go to Shoppers World.
Yeah.
Shoppers World is a little mini mall by where Monty and I live. And I think there's like a bunch of halfway houses around and stuff like that. So there are always two people yelling at each other. Always.
I almost fought the guy at the beer store there not that long ago, where I was like, I don't know, you know, like, should I punch the guy? I don't know.
The guy working or just someone outside?
No, a patron. He was just, because I was just not giving him any, he was trying to just berate the staff. And then he bumped into me and he's like, get out of the way. And I'm like, oh, where the hell am I going? And so then we're back and forth.
Damn.
Well, not that I'm even back and forth. I'm just like thinking, should I hit the guy? I don't know. He's
right. You're like, it might be fun.
I would love to hit him, but you know, you're not really allowed to. It's frowned upon. You know.
Yeah.
It's actually more than frowned upon. You might have to actually use the words "Your Honor."
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to be at fault if I hit him. And you're like, so I don't know. That's how. But yeah, so the Shoppers World for sure. The guy came up to me at Shoppers World and told me we didn't have to wear masks anymore. This, you know, when.
Oh, does he have his hair slicked back? Did he have his hair slicked back?
No. Yeah, I think maybe it was a little slicked back. He was kind of an out of shape, 6 foot kind of white guy.
Yeah. Older guy.
He was older. Yeah, he was kind of jolly. He was like, brother, you don't need these masks anymore. They're fooling you and this and that. And I was like, I'm not wearing this mask because of COVID. And then he was like, and then he just left. And I was like, I'm not wearing it. No, got nothing to do with COVID. And then he was like,
you stumped him.
Oh yeah, but he just kind of, he was like, no.
What?
And went about his business.
Yeah.
But I feel I can talk to these people here, mostly. Sometimes you can't talk to them though. Sometimes it's impossible.
You know, it's weird because I was in Nova Scotia for the last week, and I kind of forgot about the Nova Scotian tough guy thing. And it's so weird because I was driving from Halifax to Antigonish, just like a little over 2 hours, and I had to stop and pee, and so I literally just walk into like a gas station to pee, and this guy is walking out and he just gives me this really dirty look, and I was like, oh, I'm back in Nova Scotia, just some guy doesn't like me just because. And anyway, I went and peed because I didn't have the sheepy with me, cracked, and I get back in the car and I see him, and he's like, now he's just looking at me like dirty look. And then I had my sister's old car, and it's like, you know, it's like an old car, so I can't, it's not like I have a reverse like camera or anything like that. So I'm trying to see what's going on, and there's a truck pulling behind me, so I have to jam on the brakes. And then the guy drives between me and the truck somehow. Jeez. And then he turns and he gives me a dirty look. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It was so weird. He gave me 3 dirty looks in the span of 3 minutes, and I never gave him one. It was bizarre. But anyway,
So
yeah,
weird.
that's East Coast. That is East Coast in a nutshell, right there.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So
I've never
yeah.
I've never experienced that in the East Coast too much. Maybe I generally baffle them or something, but I haven't been. I don't look at people too much, like to be like, you know what I mean? Like somebody could give me a dirty look, I wouldn't notice.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say, like, Daryl, do you make more eye contact or something? And they were like, whoa, whoa,
I
whoa.
I just walk along smiling, and people have always
Oh.
hated that in Nova Scotia. Oh my, that's why I got bullied.
Oh, buddy, you wouldn't be able to do that in Scarborough too much either.
Oh no.
It's like, where are you going, happy boy? Who's the
Yeah.
happy guy over here?
That's what my life was like. I literally, one of the first times I went back to Nova Scotia after I moved to Toronto, I was in the pub in Antigonish, and a guy I grew up with, he's like, "I'm so happy you're not smiling. I used to hate how much you smiled." I was like,
Whoa.
could you imagine saying something like that to someone? Like,
Jesus.
I hated how you were a happy kid. I hated that.
Wow.
So that was my life, and I was a very happy kid. I used to,
That is dark, man.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
messed
That is
up.
crazy.
They would hate me.
That is crazy. I don't think I would. I can't imagine being like, this guy's too happy. But I could imagine people being angry at that person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. I was just oblivious. I was just a kid.
Just a happy kid.
You'd enjoy
a happy
my
kid.
life, you know.
Good thing you became a
Sad.
comic, because now it's been sucked out of you.
Yeah. And there's no more happiness. I'm not
No.
smiling walking around anymore. I might have been there because I was so happy to be in Nova Scotia, smelling Nova Scotian air and whatnot, And
Sure.
it's probably back to my old ways. And then that really drove this guy nuts.
Damn.
Oh.
Wait, yeah, that is wild. That's unbelievable. But I'll tell you, I mean, I would love to be that happy, but I guarantee you, I do stare at people in the eyes all the time. Like almost nobody walks by me where I don't look them in the eyes. But then I don't pay. But then there is a lot of superfluous people that just wandering off. I guess whoever I kind of catch, I try to stare them in the eyes.
Well, it's not like I go out of my way to look at someone. It's just like, if you know someone's looking in your direction, you look at them.
Totally.
And then
Right.
that's what happened. This guy, I was just like walking to the washroom, and he's just like, I was like, looking at me type thing. And then there's a guy, dirty look. And like, oh, I mean, it is hard. I am very handsome, and I know that. And it's been a tough life. It's been a tough life, guys.
You're like a better looking Dalton Varsho, you might even say.
Yeah, Dalton and I have it tough.
Maybe that guy was just like that guy. He saw your wedding ring and he was like, just shut down immediately. He's like, God damn it.
I thought we all knew this was the gay bathroom.
Like, this son of a bitch, just throwing it out there like that and then take it away, eh?
Daryl and I were talking about this trip before we started recording, but Daryl's getting new irons. That's exciting.
Yeah, well, not till I'm back out there at Christmas, but yeah, some Sim 2s. I used them, and they were fantastic, even though I was playing terrible. But yeah, because Nick and I are in the same boat. Our irons are really old, so it's weird to hit an iron that kind of helps correct itself and then also hits the ball an extra 10 20 yards. It was ridiculous.
That's been made in this millennium.
Yeah
Yeah.
So
What was
yeah, you got the
difference that you noticed?
like I was telling Nick before this, like just being on the driving range, the ball it would go its normal path, but then it would just like go to another level almost. It would just like I used to hit when I was 17 years old, where my ball made crazy noise and it looked like it was taking off after it had already flown 100 yards, and then it would just go up even higher.
I love that.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I used to be able to do, and I don't do that anymore. But these irons were starting to do that again, and I was like, oh, this is wonderful. And then there was like a gym class there, and they're all like, whoa, and stuff, and started calling me coach, which I think that's just what they call old men now, coach, because my buddies were getting out as they were going into the bus. My buddies were getting out of their cars to meet me and to play golf, and They said the same thing today. Hey, coach. They're just like, that's what they call old men now, the kids. Coach. So
That's so funny.
yeah. That was my
That's
first
exciting,
interaction
though.
with teenagers in a long time. So
What were you like? Hey, gulp, big gulps, hey guys? You just wandered off. Big gulps, hey fellas.
is that what you equate with teenagers? Or is that from a movie I don't remember from
It was
1987?
from Dumb and Dumber. Yeah.
I pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, you're right there. You're right there. All the kids have seen Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, I'm sure
All
they
the kids
have.
born in the 2012s. Is that our demographic?
Gina,
How old are those people? I guess I know. They're 11. I answered my own question.
Gina, what is this off season going to be like for you? I mean, you don't know where you're going to be living. You don't have your clubs. Are you going to do anything golf wise, do you think, this off season, or just kind of wait for the reset in the spring and just go from there?
I always like to keep in account, because I'm such a fitness nerd, but like I like to keep in mind the sports that I want to be good at the next year. So like I was thinking about that the other day. I haven't like trained for golf in a long time or done anything like that, but like a lot of like cross body with the kettlebell kind of moves. I was like, I actually this off season will probably do more of that kind of stuff, like the twisting strength moves. And then yeah, like I don't know work wise, like sometimes my golf involvement is related to work, and so sometimes it throws me off if like certain projects don't go through, or you know, whatever happens, and then I go, why didn't I just take control of my own golf season instead of, you know, ending up on a golf course and then ending up at a media day and ending up but I think that's just kind of the nature of my work. It's sort of random. So I was going to say it depends on if certain projects come through golf wise, like certain things that I'm going to write about, or like sometimes in the off season there's those types of things. But I will say, like, fall golf I really love. I love, like, even if my ball gets lost in the weeds, like one of my favorite, Jeff and I will go to Hockley Valley to play. It's just such a beautiful course in the fall. Like the colors are incredible. So I might still have a few more rounds in me.
Nice.
Yeah. Nick, did you get clubs?
I did not. I can't. I haven't. I can't pull the trigger. I feel like I need to do this the right way because it's been so long. So I need to go get fitted and get some stats. So I'm going to go to Modern Golf, I think, and get some stats. I know the clubs that I want to get, unless I can get talked out of them. But I think it's going to happen. I think it's finally time.
Nice.
Why are you holding back? This has been like what, 21 months now? You've been talking about getting these new irons, getting fitted?
No, it's been 2 months, but I've been busy. I've been traveling. I haven't just pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I don't know. Because there's the impulsive part of me that just wants to buy the clubs, and I've literally gone to the site, the Tacoma site, and gone to checkout and loaded everything into checkout, and all I need to do is enter my credit card information, and then I'm like, idiot, don't do this. Just do it the right way and get fitted first and get your stats first, so that you actually know these shafts or whatever are the right shafts for you if you're going to actually do this. I don't know why I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, have they sent you the "Did you forget something, Nick" email?
Yep. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Did you see
that?
Golf Town does that all the time? Did you see something you liked? Email like the next day? Yeah.
Yeah. WestJet. I'll always go look at flights in WestJet. Is there something you forgot?
Yes. Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, WestJet, is what I like to email back to nobody.
I also know me, if I get something new golf wise, I'm gonna want to just use it every single day. And knowing that like the season's ending and I'm not gonna be able to, like, I can go to simulators certainly, but like, yeah, I suppose it's simulators, but I don't know why I'm hemming and hawing. I should just do it. It's time.
It is. Put us out of our misery, for God's sakes.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know I was dragging you along on this journey. Jesus Christ.
We just want you to be happy, Nick. We always say it when you're not here.
That's all we want.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always here, but thank you. That's nice that you said that.
On our other podcast.
Oh,
the Gina, Monty, and Daryl show.
Sorry, who produces that?
Oh, we make so much money, we pay a guy. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
You guys are
That's-
fully out.
You know,
All
you're
of
not.
you are. Yeah.
You're not on the
Oh.
Adidas podcast network.
Yeah, I was going to say you're all outfitted on Adidas. You guys are making money hand over fist. I'm just hemorrhaging over here.
Yeah, they're pitching us as the new Run DMC.
Okay, this is no, this isn't awkward. This is Gina. Would you ever consider going on a golf trip with mostly men?
Oh, yeah, totally. Are you inviting me?
Okay. Yeah, actually. Literally 10 minutes before we logged on. So we have an annual trip to Myrtle Beach as part of the Bull Moose trip that happens every year. And then we do a summer trip, usually either in Niagara or in Belleville. So this is the Bull Moose thing that's been going on for years and years and years. I've only been a part of it for the last couple of years. Officially, Monty and a few other comedians are coming down to Myrtle Beach in January. Daryl is also very close to maybe coming on this trip as well.
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
see.
hemming and hawing like you are with your irons.
Yeah, he's hemming and hawing. But right before we started recording, my cousin, who's the organizer of this trip, said, "What about Gina and Jeff? Would they be interested in coming?" So, officially on the podcast, extending an invitation. If you guys would be interested, the first week of January, Myrtle Beach, 6 rounds of golf, accommodations. Yeah. The invitation is extended. I won't hold you to anything. But would you actually consider going on a trip with like 15 other guys?
Yes.
And Jeff, like, I didn't know if that was even weird to ask or not. They'd never had a female, by the way. So you would be like the Rosa Parks of Myrtle Beach, probably.
It's probably weirder for
That's
Jeff. That would be. I would. Can you imagine if you guys asked Diane if she would like to go on a golf trip? I'd be like, you know what, you guys can just turn around and never look at her again.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yes.
Well, I mean, I traveled with a bunch of improv guys for a long time.
Right, sure.
Wow.
North American improv festivals, like all over.
Wow.
Also,
wow.
like, with Score Golf, like I travel with guys all the time. Like my crew members are all guys. Like, to me, the gender thing is nothing. Like I wouldn't even think I wouldn't even give it a second thought. But
what gender are improv guys?
they're their own thing.
Oh, I'm gonna have to cut that out. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to edit. There goes my Friday evening.
What?
Monty, I can't do the show tonight. I gotta edit this podcast. Daryl crossed the line.
Yeah, I'm sorry for offending all improvisers out there.
All the golf improvisers that listen to this podcast.
I got into trouble. I almost got canceled because of some of the things I said about the mimes.
Go ahead, Gina.
I was going to ask you guys if you ever plan like winter golf getaways or anything. Now, literally going to be my next question because, I've never done like a specifically just personally for myself a golf trip.
Yeah.
See, I think one of the things that's hemming and hawing for me is Myrtle Beach isn't overly warm in January. I'm kind of like, if I'm going to go away on a golf trip, I'd like to be sweating.
I see. Yeah.
But I'm still kind of like, I want to go, but there's a lot of travel for me around that time. Which is really my biggest regret. But Gina could take my spot for sure.
Okay, and Jeff, not just you, Gina.
I will invite Jeff. I absolutely will. Yeah, he would probably love that, to be honest. He really enjoyed golfing with you guys. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. We had a great time with him.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah. He is. He always does that shot that you're talking about, Daryl. And I want to, there's got to be a name for it where it just kind of goes to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the invitation is official. Monty, you're not wavering. You're in, right? You're locked in.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
I'm
pumped.
Okay.
Nothing makes me more pumped than early January.
I think the first week of January is a good time to go away, to be honest. Like after Christmas, because I don't know, you've seen family, you've done all these like
Yep.
social things, and then you're like, I'm just gonna do something for me now.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's
leaving.
not. It's by no means is it cold. Like it's still like the morning you might have a vest or a sweater on or something, but by the after and you're in shorts pretty much every day, so it gets
That's
up to 20
great.
degrees. No one's on the golf course; they're completely empty because no one down there plays. It's all just dumb Canadians who go down there and play. But yeah, it's
In short-
fantastic.
That's so funny.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, Nick, pertinent question, I think. What kind of vest?
Any kind. Well,
Can it be
actually, I
paramilitary?
shouldn't say any kind for you. Yeah, can I have some sort of editorial control over what you define as a vest? Because Monty's going to show up dressed like a construction road worker who's like laying concrete with like a reflective vest and nothing else on.
Yeah, is the reflective too much for you
Yeah,
guys?
and a Croatia hat.
Yeah, oh yeah, if I can. Hopefully I can get my supplier.
Can you imagine Monty the first day on the first tee takes off his robe, reveal he's wearing an orange vest. Everybody's like, he's not going to wear that robe on the golf course, is he? He's like, oh no.
No.
Construction vest. How about that, guys?
You won't be missed.
Well, I tell you, you blend in everything with a construction vest. It's amazing. It's illuminating, but also blending.
like army colors.
Well, it's like in the city, if you're wearing one of those things and a hard hat, you can.
Oh.
Like a guy got murdered in Toronto. Was like a gangland style thing where a guy was dressed up as a construction worker, and then he shot a guy on a patio. And then they were like, well, yeah, it's gangland related. And I'm like, I hope it's gangland related, or the construction workers are going nuts. Yeah, hopefully it's not construction related. I hope a gang was involved in this. A guy just took his lunch break, shot a guy on a patio. They blend right in, and then he thought he could just be like, I'm just here now, next to a hole in the road.
It is kind of brilliant because you don't even look at the guy's face; you just look at the vest.
True. Yeah.
He's on the job.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's what I figure I can do that in a golf course with impunity. I'm like, I'm digging a ditch. What?
Why do you need impunity on the golf course?
I'd like impunity everywhere, Your Honor. Just looking for some impunity, you know what I mean?
Well, Daryl, I hope you get new clubs soon. I hope I get new clubs soon. Gina, I hope you move back home soon.
Oh,
yeah.
I hope this is over for you. Monty, I just hope that I don't know what I hope for you.
Well, figure it out tonight, buddy. Figure it out and tell me tonight what you hope for me. Just slide it across to me before the show.
Just says laughs. Just like laugh. I hope the audience laughs.
I am that's perfectly acceptable. I thank you. I want to start this off by thanking Nick for his good wishes.
That's what I'm all about.
Yes.
I wish you all, the three of you, the best on your podcast. I hope it keeps going well. This is great, Gina. So great to have you back and catch up.
We didn't celebrate our 1 millionth listener at our new podcast. That was great.
Well,
I can't believe it. Also, I'm going to say Michelle Obama was a great guest. I think you guys agree.
She's so good.
Who knew she was into golf?
God. It's not a golf podcast.
Is it worse or is it better if it's not a golf podcast? I don't know.
It's a golf podcast critiquing podcast.
Just peek, where's that bar chart?
Yeah, there are at least 250 golf podcasts on the Apple podcast charts. So we have at least 250 episodes planned out. And you wouldn't believe what Michelle Obama has to say about podcast number 194.
She is more foul-mouthed than you think.
Yeah, and opinionated about golf podcasts. It's weird.
Yeah, she's
so nice though. So nice.
So nice.
You know what? I heard her and Freddie Couples were hanging out doing a couple shots. And they get into trouble, the pair of them.
Anyway, thank you to our it's 1,200,000. It's just gone up. This is amazing.
It's gone up. it goes up during the recording of this podcast somehow.
Well, I
That's
got
amazing.
I got the numbers on another screen. I'm not even paying attention to ours anymore.
Meanwhile, we've lost 10 listeners during this podcast.
We don't have 10 listeners.
Thanks everyone for.
By the way, before we go, someone asked me how to grow a podcast the other day. I was like, why me?
Why
Did you ask me?
Don't do one? I don't know.
Obviously, get Michelle Obama, but then after that, I don't have any other tips.
Oh, buddy, you should have kept that in took that in stride. Been like, I'm glad you asked. I have a couple thoughts on you, and then I open my briefcase.
Your Honor, this is how you grow it.
Just has a handgun and a syringe in it. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you asked.
Glad you asked, Your Honor.
Thanks everyone for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
God bless you all.
Thank you, Michelle.
That was what the late Henry Longhurst used to call the tradesman's entrance. Now, you know, it doesn't count as the tradesman's entrance if it goes in the side, only if it goes in the back.
She can hit it, although it looks like it's strongly uphill, it's really running